So let's say that you have funded your account with $1,000 and you plan to risk just 1% or 2% on each trade. Okay, that means you don't want to lose more than $20 every time you place a trade. Okay, so you want to ensure that you're telling your broker that if I'm wrong on this trade, take only $20. Okay, how do you do that? Okay, so it's called predefining your risk. Okay, so you need to know what lot size to use in order to give the order to your broker correctly, so that you say, okay, my stop loss is maybe 20 pips away. Okay, so this is the lot size I'm going to use to ensure that if the market gets to 20 pips before it gets to my target and I'm stopped out, okay, I don't want to part with more than $20. That's what we're saying. All right, because I often get asked this question a lot. This is one of the questions from my student. You know, he's even asking what lot size should I use? Okay, because a lot of traders think that the right thing to do is, if you have $1,000, use 0.10. If you have $100, use 0.01. If you have $200, use 0.02. That's wrong. Okay, that's wrong. The important thing to do is use something that is going to let you know what percentage of your account you are parting with. So if you want to part with 1% out of your $1,000, you're parting with $10. If you have $10,000, if you want to part with some part of your money, you're parting with, if it's 1%, you're parting with $100. Okay, so take note of this. All right, so in this video, I'm going to show you what calculator to use, and if you're an Android user, what calculator you can use. Those of you who are iOS users, you may not have the calculator. So you use my FS book. My FS book is a calendar. All right, it's mostly a calendar. It's mostly that's for news release. It also has, of course, you can send in your track record, and there's just so many other things. But it also has a calculator. Okay, so those of you who use iOS, you can install it and then use the calculator. So I'm going to show you how you can. I'm going to show you how you can use it. Okay, I'm going to show you now quickly how you can use it. All right, guys. So if you're using iOS, okay, if you're using iPhone, you can only use this particular one, my FX book. Both iOS and Android users can use it actually. Okay, so this is my FX book. You can use it. All right, it's a calendar. It has other things. So, but if you're an Android user only, you can have this one. This one is specifically for calculating your lot size, right? But this one has other features, like I said, you know. So this is what it looks like, right? And then this is the Forex calculator, and this is what my FX looks like. So at first, from the beginning, you usually have like a home page, you know, just normal stuff. So you come over here to, you see, you just click on this and then come to calculator. Right here, calculator. So you click on calculator and you have a similar, you know, interface like the other guys on Android. All right, so Android and iPhone users can use this one. All right, so let me give you an example real quick. Okay, so let's say you have $1,000 and then you have seen a setup. Okay, you have $1,000 and you've seen a setup that you would like to use, right? Let's say, let me open, you know, trading view. That's GBP USD. All right, let's assume that we want to sell this market. Okay, let's assume that we want to sell this market. I'm going to place this real quick for a sell. So let's assume that we want to sell from here. Okay, so our stop loss here, our entry here, and our target somewhere down here. Okay. Now what you can do is, the only information you need from here, the only thing you're coming here to take, of course, for you to use the calculator, you need to know what your stop loss is, right? Your stop loss in pips. You need to know what your stop loss is in pips, right? So that's the information you're coming to pick up from here. How many For this particular example, stop loss in pips will be, you see right here where you have this 0.00209. Okay, so the last one is the pipette. So this 209 means 20 pips. All right, 20 pips and 9 points. So it's like 20.9. All right, so that's the last one is the pipette. Then you now have the 20. Okay, so this is 20 pips. So what it means is that you can see even right here is 20.9. Okay, so you can see 20 pips 0.9. So let's assume that your stop loss is 21 pips. Okay, so your stop loss is 21 pips, right? Your stop loss is 21 pips. Your account balance, right? That's another information that you need. Your balance, let's say your balance is $1,000. Okay, and then another information that you will need again is how many percent are you going to risk. Okay, so let's say you're risking just 1%. Okay, and then the final information will be what is the currency pair. Okay, so we have GBP USD. Okay, GBP USD. Now we'll go over to the calculator to give the calculator all this information. Okay, so now going to the calculator, this is the Forex calculators, the one that's available to only Android users. Okay, so you can see the currency USD, right? Currency USD. Okay, because my currency is USD. If your currency is something else, change it. And then the currency pair is GBP USD. I've just changed it to GBP USD. You have to change it to the currency pair that you are using. Otherwise, your pip value will be different. Okay, because each currency have their pip value. Meaning, if I use 1.00 lot size and the market moves 10 pips in my favor, the amount is going to give me on different pairs will be different. The amount 10 pips movement will give me on gold is going to be different from the amount 10 pips will give me on AUD USD. Okay, that's why you need to change the currency pair. It's very important. Then the account balance. Okay, right here, account balance, we're assuming that the guy has $1,000. Okay, and then the stop loss in pips, remember, is 20.9. So we just use 21 pips. Okay, and then how much does the guy want to risk? In percentage, it is 1%. All right, so having said all of this, the next thing is to click on calculate right here. You can see it calculate. So once I click on calculate, what do I have? I have open. Of course, you're paying attention to the standard lot size. Okay, the standard lot size, that's what you use. That's the standard loss. The value on the standard lot size is 0.04. What this means is that for the guy who has that $1,000, who wants to take a trade with a 21 pip stop loss, okay, if he wants to make sure that he doesn't lose more than $10 on that trade, he must use 0.04. So that answers the question of what lot size should I use. On another trade, it could be 0.03. On another trade, it could be 0.08, depending on what pair he's trading. So there's no one particular lot size for everybody. All right, that's wrong. So follow the steps that I've given you here. You would definitely, be able to predefine your risks on any trade. If you're using 2%, let's assume that he wants to use 2%. You just come here to where you have risks by percent, and then change to 2, and then you click on calculate, right? Click on calculate. Now you can see 0.09. At 0.09 is telling you that the amount that you are risking, is how much? Is $20. Initially, the amount you're risking is $10. Now it's $20. All right? So take note of all these things I have said. So if he's risking 2%, if that trade goes against him, he's going to lose $20. And in order for him to successfully do that, he's going to make sure he uses the lot size of 0.09. Okay, I hope this is very clear. So I'm going to do another example. using the other calculator, which is for iOS users. Okay, so let's try to maybe buy this time. Look for another currency pair. This is EU 15 minutes. Okay. Let's assume that we want to buy. Okay, let's assume that we want to buy. All right. So we're buying this time around. So I'm buying from here. My stop loss is somewhere below here. And my target is somewhere here. Okay. Now the question to ask, remember the question to ask, what you're interested in is what's the stop loss? Okay, what is your account balance? What's the stop loss? What's the account balance? How many percent are you risking on the trade? And what is the currency pair that you are trading? So these are the things that you need to determine your lot size. Okay? Okay, and make sure that you do not ever take any trade without consulting your calculator. Make sure that you don't ever execute any trade without consulting your calculator. Okay, because as traders, we are risk managers. This is what makes us different from gamblers. Okay, so if you're not doing this, you're just gambling. And then you're just using anything you like and, risking your money anyhow. That's wrong. Okay? So in this case, what we have is, for the stop loss, what we have is 282. So that's 28.2. Okay, 28.2. That's the stop loss. The currency pair is Euro USD. The amount here, in this case, let's assume this person has $10,000. Okay, so the amount here is $10,000. $10,000 Euro USD, 28.2 pips. Okay, so you can see here. Just watch somewhere around here. You see 28, 0.00282, which is the same as 28.2 pips. Okay, so I'm going to go over to the calculator now to tell the calculator what I am seeing here. So we're going back to my FX book. I'm using my FX book this time around. Okay, so I'm using my FX book. Okay, so you come click here, come to the area where you have calculator here. All right, so it's the same thing. Your currency pair now, fortunately, is Euro USD, so we'll leave that one there. All right, if it's not Euro USD, you choose the one that you're trading. Okay, so it's Euro USD. My currency is in dollars, so I'll leave it in USD. The account size is $10,000. That's the account size. The stop loss in pips is 28.2. So I'll just leave it at 28 pips. And then the risk ratio in percent, let's assume this person is trying to risk 0.5 of their account. Okay, just half a percent on each trade. All right, so once you've done that, of course, you come down and then you say calculate. Okay, so when you say calculate, you see the lots here. Right at the base here where you have lots. Okay, so the lot size to use is going to be 0.18. Okay, 0.18. That's the lot size to use. And if you look here, you see the money. Of course, this means how much the person is risking in dollars. He's using 0.5%. 0.5% of $10,000 is $50. Okay, so he's risking $50 on that trade, and for him to risk only $50 on that trade, he has to use 0.18. Okay, so I believe this answers the question. I believe it answers the question on how to predefine your risk, how to know what lot size to use, how to, stop yourself from, guessing what lot size to use each time you're trading. Okay, so personally, especially for those who are managing funds, right? If your prop firm says don't lose more than 4% in a day, you need to know how to ensure that on each trade you're not risking more than 0.75, 0.5, 1% at max. Okay, so if you're risking more than 1% at max on a prop firm account, you're going to lose it because you're working with time, you're working with drawdown. And these are two psychological factors that will push a trader, to start to meddle with his emotions. All right, so you need to be in the best frame of mind. You need to make sure that you're not using more than the stipulated amount. Okay, so I want to believe that you have enjoyed this video. I'm going to encourage you, if you are a beginner trader, save yourself from all the plenty things out there, okay? And just subscribe to my channel, join my free Telegram channel, join it and get good stuff, right? Get good stuff. And most of the things I teach are for free, because I'm looking to see how I can, work with, new traders, old traders, have a good sound and resounding, trading community that will be filled with profitable traders, okay? This is my mission, right? So I want you to join me on this, okay? So that we can make good money together.